I'm Dr. Jeremy Brook, and I'm going to share with you some of my most important insights on how to cultivate success as a doctor of chiropractic. In this webinar, you're going to discover how to formulate a 5-star chiropractic center where your patients buy in with their head, hearts, and spine without salesy or high pressure tactics. I'm going to share with you some of my favorite tips to help you run a high precision, high performing, high vibing chiropractic center that serves up a tremendous chiropractic adjustment, and not just a tremendous chiropractic adjustment, but a true healing experience. A healing experience that shifts the way a person moves, breathes, and connects to others and their environment, with raving fans who love to refer. Now, this webinar that you're watching could easily be a 10-week course, but I have to give you the highlights and contract the essential ingredients for the sake of time. But the great news is, if you stay until the end, I'll let you know about an online program I formulated that goes into even more glorious detail, but I'll talk about that later. Now, if you're watching this, it's because you want to be more successful. You want to see more people, patients, practice members, clients. You want to get great results. You want to have a steady stream of referrals and become a leader in your community. And as a result of your exceptional service, you become wildly financially successful. Now, what makes this approach different, the spine checker approach, if you will, different, is that this webinar is going to look at your practice in an energetic, functional, structural, and integrative format. The energetic is going to be your vision, your mission, your passion, your purpose, right? The functional, technique and your art. The structural, it's going to be your center. Now, look, I've done a lot of things right and I've done a lot of things wrong. But after doing this for 21 years, having delivered over 400,000 adjustments and connected with almost 12,000 new patients, what I discovered is when you integrate the structural, the functional, the energetic components, along with an exquisite program of care on an exponential level, you're going to see people start up. You're going to see them start up. You're going to see them get glowing and radiant results. And your center becomes a prosperous beacon of light for your community. Now, I discovered this the hard way. You get to cheat and get it the easy way. So what's the hard way? Not developing yourself professionally and forgetting that you have a business to run. You want the easy way that has proven long-term sustainable success? Well, it's worth mentioning, it's like, here's the disclaimer. Results are not typical, but let's jump straight in and get a little energetic and philosophical for a moment. Now, the nature of a human being's purpose for being here on planet Earth is about fulfilling the mission that they came here to do. It's like your soul's mission. And if you're here, it's because you're here because you're supposed to be here, because you're supposed to be doing something. And if you're not doing you, your very specific vision, mission, purpose, then your very connection to your lifeline dries up. So just imagine if a person shifts out from the job they were supposed to be doing. What happens? And I don't just mean job. I mean like job, J-O-B, capital J-O-B, like your life's piece of work. If a person shifts out from the job they were supposed to be doing, they no longer have a purpose here on earth. So fill your life's purpose and become alive. Become detached, you stop existing, because the purpose of one's existence is to fulfill their mission. So how do you find your life's purpose, or rather uncover the J-O-B you were supposed to be doing? Okay, well, You gotta dwell near to the channel through which your life flows. Sit next to it quietly and listen. Look, I'm a doctor of chiropractic. I'm a practicing yogi, and by no means do I claim to be a bodhisattva, an enlightened being who has put off entering paradise in order to help others attain enlightenment. I'm a student on the path, just like you, with an affinity towards self actualization and enlightenment. And I got a long way to go. But I pray to linger in that high vibrational state of being before I leave my physical earth suit. But to find your life's purpose, it helps to align, connect, and energize. And a high velocity, low amplitude, specific scientific chiropractic thrust force adjustment is massive. It's massive in helping you get clear. It removes the fuzz, like the foliage that has overgrown ancient pyramids and temples across the globe. That's another conversation all by itself. But how to get the best results from this webinar. Ideally, the best way would be, before you watch it, you got to get adjusted first. And then that maneuver, that force that removes the stress, the tension, the plaque, it's going to enable you to tap into a deeper state of being, a more connected state with yourself and then your environment. And from there, you sit in a quiet place. You breathe, you connect to the centers within your spine, and you land at that space in between your eyes, the positive pole of your third eye. And instead of compulsively checking your phone, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Bleacher Report, maybe a Breitbart, I don't know, depending on which direction you like to play in. Begin consciously checking yourself, the reason for your purpose on planet Earth. It's going to become evident. So the moral is get adjusted. And if you're in the business of giving them, look, you got to receive them. So many chiropractors out there don't get adjusted regularly. First of all, what are you thinking? But when you make an appointment with another chiropractor, you become the patient, and that helps you gather, if you will, another perspective by being on the receiving end of the adjustment. So look, let's just say you got to have desire to become a chiropractor, desire and skill to become a chiropractor. Now, if you have desire and skill, you are the natural. If you have desire, but you have no skill, then you must train. I got some great seminar recommendations for you too, if you're into training. But look, if you have no desire, but you're skilled, we need to do something to get things activated, to get things agitated on the inside, to stir something from within. There's some tremendous chiropractic seminars and events, again, that can help activate that fire from within. But look, let's just be straight up. If you don't have desire and you don't have the skills to become a chiropractor, you got to get the heck out of this chiropractic profession. And let's be realistic, because at the end of the day, you can be an incredible businessman, philosopher, and scientist. But if you're not skilled in the art of connecting to and inputting a precise 0.2 second fast thrust force into a 2-ounce bone, then you're limited in the number of people's lives you can shift towards a greater expression of health, well-being, performance, and potential. Because you're dealing with some heavy situations out there, like people coming in with chronic fatigue, panic and anxiety attacks, trigeminal neuralgia, migraines, vertigo, brachial nerve issues, double crush syndromes, damaged discs, sciatica, congenital anomalies with biomechanical peculiarities. There's little wiggle room for error, especially considering the old school orthodox medical paradigm thinks that what we do is dangerous to begin with. So we have to bring it, because we're not dealing with only, Billy slept funny on the couch and his neck is tight. Our adjustment is truly the difference between them needing to take powerful, highly addictive, dangerous drugs and getting surgery. Our adjustment, your adjustment needs to be able to crack them open, remove that interference from their human internal electrical grid, getting them connected to their central line and into their heart, which has the strongest electromagnetic field in the body. And I got a message for the young chiros, especially chiropractic students, and even some old docs who are struggling with their adjustments and they're not getting the results others are getting. They have fear in their hands and they can't connect and they're getting injured while delivering adjustments. How about this? Don't put so much pressure on yourself to be a refined chiropractic artist, like the fullest expression of a chiropractor straight out of the gate, 1 year out of school, 2 years out of school, even 5 years out of school. There are stages to this game. Some people say this is chess. It's not checkers. I like to play Connect 4, like C1, C2, L5, and sacrum. Bam! I like to connect those dots, those bones, create healthy lines of energy in the body. But really, you don't have to be the full-on, blown-out Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, or Alex Gray straight out of the gate. All right, cool. So here we go. This is all just prep work. Now here's secret number one. This is the first secret. The road to becoming a chiropractic artist is a time-dependent process of organic growth and development. Honor the process and the steps and allow the process to unfold. In the beginning, let me see if I can get rid of this little guy right here. Can I get rid of that even more? Nope. How about down here? That might look nicer. Okay. In the beginning, you're a raw beginner. You're fresh. Embrace that stage. Next, you're going to evolve into a technician stage. Things are technical, mechanical. You're slowly putting the pieces together. Then you evolve into the clinician stage. You're a clinician where you stack your experience to see how the body begins to express and reveal its potential and distortions. You start to see patterns emerging. And then over time, the clinician becomes a craftsman, a skilled marksman. You're even more polished. And then ultimately, you're into an elevated artist. And if you're lucky, over time, you become an enlightened healer. You see what I'm saying? This is a time-dependent process. So enjoy the process and don't put so much stress on yourself. And as far as the docs who have been out there 5 years or 10 years or 15 years and beyond that, how much time have you spent on sharpening your adjustment? Or do you just take the required 4 hours of continuing education online? Or do you train live? All right. Secret number 2. Let's get technical and let's, break it down, because delivering adjustments is physical. It requires skills and capabilities. It requires an understanding of physics. There's a line of drive or correction of velocity, of depth and amplitude. And unfortunately, people are disregarding the biophysics and segmental specificity that chiropractic is renowned for and replacing it with gross manipulation, sacrificing specificity and precision for a sizzle reel of loud craps and pops. For me, it's just not worth it. You're not a barbarian. You're a skilled craftsman, marksman, and chiropractor. So we need to start adjusting like one with elevated awareness. All right, now here's secret number 3. It's the connection piece. All right, and this may sound completely contrary to what I just said, but chiropractic is not mechanical. It's biomechanical. We're interfacing with live biological beings, not artificial intelligent machines. So if you only approach the spine mechanically, you get mechanical results. If we approach it energetically, we get energetic results, and the connection piece is critical. That's why many chiropractors have fear in their hands. They don't feel the connection. They may have discovered the alignment points and dots within themselves, but they haven't transformed themselves into uh, an organic moving shape that interacts with another being, another shape. So immediately from the get-go, they're at a disadvantage. So I like to think about the adjustment requiring three pieces: you, the person, and then the union of the two of you together. And that's the union. That's the final piece. And you're like scientists trying to crack a code. So that's the functional. We've covered the energetic. Uh, Now let's get structural. And I want to talk about the four walls that enclose your table, maybe that makes up your center, your space. Now, is your space primed for receiving people? And just think about that for a moment. Is it welcoming? Is it set up for a person to drop in? Or does it have impediments to flow? And that also includes the physical location of your practice. Is it easy for people to get there? How about parking? And when they're in your space, does the space actually promote healing? Does it promote flow? Is it organized? How long are people waiting before they see you? Here's the deal. Think of your office, your center, as a standalone entity, right? Because when your mindset, your adjustment, and your space align, you've created a tremendous healing atmosphere and experience for the trillions of interconnected cells working together to keep the person in balance. So let me ask you this question, right? And I'll ask you a couple questions so we can put it all together. And we're going to flow back and forth from the most mundane and dense to the energetic realm. All right, are you ready? How about this? Again, we've kind of covered this. Do you have high-level adjusting skills? Can you adjust full spine, cranium and pelvis, extremities, if you will, with multiple technique styles depending on the person's elemental constitution and presentation? Now, recognizing that chiropractic is a full contact profession, are you training on a daily basis to handle the rigors of structural adjustments? How about this? Do you have a movement component to complement your adjustment in your center, in your space, where you teach people how to access the released energy to amplify their proprioception, to diminish the nociception? Do you have an educational system where you're able to guide a person through the different phases of healing, maybe to introduce a new paradigm, like a vitalistic, holistic, energetic paradigm, something completely radically different that they've grown up with? Have you created and curated a deep and customizable, adaptable program of care, or is it a cookie cutter, one size fits all? And personally, for me, that's just super boring and inappropriate. Are you more focused on the business aspect, or maybe, on the service end, right? I'm obsessed with the business end, and I'm also obsessed with the service end, right? You got to make sure they're in balance. But how about this? Number 7, are you making the financial equivalent to what you are offering in terms of service? That's a deep one. Some people have massive hearts. They give, and they're just not receiving. All right. And then again, regarding service, is your service and the system that you operate slow, dysfunctional, and sloppy? Or are all aspects, from the time a person contacts your center to the time they walk into the door, hopefully not into the door, but through your door, to the face-to-face, to the hands-on, to the analysis, to the report of their findings, to the program of care, to the adjustment, Is it all dialed in and functioning within your space as, again, an organic, adaptive ecosystem that results in raving fans or patrons, again, who love to refer? And then last but not least, are you having fun? I know we took an oath. It's very important, the Hippocratic oath. We took a chiropractic oath, and nothing is more important than honoring that sacred oath, that sacred trust. But if you're not having fun, look, something has to shift. It goes back to what I said earlier about you got to have that desire and the skill. You can be talented. You don't have the desire. You're not having fun. It's rough. So look, if you answered no or kinda to any of those questions, we got work to do if you want to create a 5-star chiropractic center that oozes high vibes and delivers a potent and powerful chiropractic experience, right? So ask yourself, would you like to have a chiropractic practice of your dreams designed exactly how you imagined it? How about, due to your success, you have disposable income that allows you to explore the world, maybe sacred sites, maybe you hire personal trainers or coaches or teachers that allow you to discover and refine new hidden talents, or maybe uncover just some new curiosities. You know, some people love expensive watches and designer clothes and fancy cars. Some people like a more simple life. But look, at the end of the day, with having disposable income, you get to decide. Now, what's going to change, right? Imagine if nothing happens, if nothing evolves, if there's no adaptation. Well, let's talk about a strategy. How, you know, do you want your practice to look like next season? We're at the first, the beginning of the year, January 2022. How do you want it to look in a season? 3 months, 6 months, maybe at the end of 2022, and or 20 years from now. I'm in my 21st year in practice at the time of this webinar, right? This is exactly how I planned it, and it's been unfolding and uncovering majestically. But you want a clear path for practice success, a center where people start up, they get great results, and again, as a result, your center becomes that beautiful, powerful, prosperous beacon of light for your community. And that's why, during the most crazy time in modern human history, I created an online program called, The System. It's a system that was created because the world needs true healing centers that honors the inborn wisdom of the body, that respects bodily autonomy, and has at its core something that no other profession can offer. Like, it's a philosophy, science, and art that's based on health and healing and well-being, right? So this course involves everything I know about running a successful chiropractic practice right here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Yeah, it's the Venice Pier that you're seeing right now. So if you want to build, you know, uh, a successful and well-functioning business, I know how to do that because I've been running the Life Center Chiropractic in West Los Angeles, making over 7 figures a year. I've made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. And I know what it takes to do this work. And this course is really all about sharing it with you. This is it. It's called The System, right? It's the system. It's designing your chiropractic center from below the surface. So the system is really for the doctor who wants to 10x their practice and create a different healing experience. Now, part of being original, part of having a personal vision, mission, passion, and purpose that moves you, and the ability to create a space or a center where you adjust and shift a person, one person at a time, into a higher state of being can't be recreated. It can to some degree, but if it's authentic, it can't be recreated because it's your expression. And that's what makes you unique. So this system is an excellent primer for anyone wanting to get involved actively in the creation of a vibrant and thriving chiropractic center. The way that I communicate my ideas and design my space may not be classic. In fact, I was laughed at when I originally told others of my intention and design for my space. So I'm just going to go through my methodology of what I think, what I'm thinking about when I'm systematically creating a center from above down, inside out, and outside in, down above in a 365-degree approach. And I'm not afraid of giving away some of my secret sauce and creation techniques because this is more designed for you to develop your center as opposed to just straight up copying my system. But if you want to copy it and then evolve it into your own, rock out. You see, it's designed to inform and educate you on building your very own chiropractic business wherever that may be, because part of this, the process of this course is understanding the dichotomy within you and your working role in the world. You're a healer and you're most definitely an entrepreneur. Forgetting one or the other is highly consequential to your peak experience as a practitioner. So we're here to integrate them both. But maybe you're just, out of school, ready to begin your chiropractic healing work, embarking on a personal and professional path of mastery. Or you're a talented adjuster who's been floating around in practice without a model or system conducive to growth in a state of frustration. Or maybe you're an experienced doc, right? But you're dissatisfied with your current practice model. Or maybe you've been following me on Instagram or you've attended a past seminar I've taught and you're curious about my practice model of integrating chiropractic and yoga. Well, the system designing your chiropractic center from below the surface isn't about scripts and checklists. Those are important too. And I do have some of those in there. But really, this is about providing the bedrock your practice will be built on. The system will give you philosophical and practical direction to help you design the chiropractic center of your dreams. My friends, this is not theory. This is proven technical, adaptive, and experiential approach and methodology to designing the practice of your dreams. I know you keep hearing that, the practice of your dreams, but look, I'll be honest, at one point, a lot of the stuff that I designed, it was theory, but now I've been able to prove it. It's now proven, it's technical, it's adaptive, it's experiential. And the great news is it creates and produces exceptional results. I mean, this program's worked for new docs, young docs, and even a few old docs too. You know who you are out there. So check it out. Here's what you're going to get. Basically, you're going to get like lifetime access to the system, unless like the entire internet crashes the way things are going. You can't rule that one out, but I don't want to be negative. But you're going to get 11 curated modules supported by 38 individual videos, downloadable charts. I got algorithms. There's flyers. I've got a customizable PowerPoint. It is epic, right? So the total value, if you add all that up, hopefully my addition's correct. That's about $11,686. Cool. So I'm going to get you thinking about design. I'm going to get you thinking about flow. Like where does your spatial design come from? Now, I mean, it seems logical that one would follow classical measurements and design when building their office or their center or their space. And I'm not saying to abandon that principle. I want to rather open up your imagination to new concepts of design, to new concepts of space, geometry, sacred geometry, intention that celebrates healing, flow, alignment, and spirituality. We're going to be talking about art and technology that creates new healing opportunities. You're going to learn about the yogic movement sequences that we teach here. No, I mean, like nothing's better than a silky smooth vinyasa practice followed by a specific scientific chiropractic adjustment. And at the Life Center, my practice in Los Angeles, we offer a dynamic movement program affectionately known as the Wise Progressions, which is a full spine movement sequence program based on chiropractic and yogic principles of alignment and biomechanics. I mean, you're going to lubricate and activate all of the stuff in your spine and the joints and the capsules and the ligaments, and in a scientifically choreographed manner from the highest point in your spine all the way, the occiput all the way down to the sacrum at the very bottom part, as well as the gateways to the spine, the shoulders and the hips. We're also going to be talking about how to create a high performing team and how to prevent burnout. And this is huge because you're putting out some really serious energy out there. And you'll also are going to get all of the in-house, what am I talking about? How to prevent burnout right here. Okay, got it. Bam. So we got the burnout. The reason why this slide is up here again, it's because it's very important. You don't want to get burned out. All right. You're also going to get all of the in-house patient education classes and workshops that we do. And of course, how to market yourself to your community in a very unique manner. I tell you what, we've got some methods where it's beyond the old school advertising in magazines and yellow pages. And for some of you new docs, I mean, like you can't even believe that used to transpire. But I want to even go beyond just the advertising on like the Instagram and Facebook. I want to talk about like connecting some deep roots to your community, But here's the but wait, there's more. With the system, you're also going to get some bonus features. You'll get a business checklist. You're going to get a job description posting that we use whenever we're looking for a new person at our front desk. I've got printable posters that you can hang up in your office, sharing the our methodology. Again, you can take a look at what we do, and then it'll inspire you to create your own. But I've got a phone call algorithm flow chart for new and existing patients. You're going to also get that PowerPoint, the cultivating alignment, you access to the Spotify playlist with over, I mean, it's even more. We're at almost 3,000 songs right now. I should have updated that. And then, of course, you're going to get private Facebook group page access as well as the other special resources. So look, this is a program that has tremendous depth without being overwhelming. So you just got to follow me by following this course and complete all the supplementary assignments to get your business up and running. And I'll be honest, sometimes you get these programs, it's so complex, it's so deep, you can't even get past chapter 1, right? So my goal is for you to get through the program, digest the information, and then all else follows. Because look, this course is going to require some self-reflection and practice reflection. But if all it did was, teach you how to think about designing your practice, would it be worth it? Or if it taught you how to integrate a movement system into your practice, would it be worth it? Or how to organically market to your community, would that be worth it? Or how about like make your center vibe better, or flow more efficiently, or it separated you from every chiropractor on the block, would that be worth it? Because let's just face it. Imagine if you didn't work on yourself and your practice now, what would it look like next season, next year, or even 5 years from now if you didn't put the time, vision, and energy into it? All right. Now, I'm not saying you need to do it. I'm not even saying that you should do the system or buy the system. But look, I think it's a smart idea considering you spent $200,000 on your education and maybe another 50 to 200,000 on opening your practice. And I get it. You know, you might be scared, but ask yourself, what are you most scared about? But imagine being courageous, brave, and bold. And when you commit to working on yourself, your practice, and your life on an energetic, structural, and functional level, the results will be exponential. And that's why I'm encouraging you to enter the system. All right. You can get started now for just $997 today. The price is going to be going up to $1,895 later this year. It's a good number. It's the year that chiropractic was born. People that have actually purchased this said that even 1895 is a steal. But I want to reward you for taking action now. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you something super cool. It's called the Wise Progressions. Remember that dynamic yogic movement system I was just telling you about? Well, before, you're going to get the flow chart and you can see how the entire movement system plays out. Well, I'm going to give you all of the videos for the from the Wise Progressions, so that you can share that with your people. Now, the deal is, this bonus is only going to be for the first 10 people only who sign up. All right. Now, look, the beautiful thing is, and now you've created a high precision, high performing, high vibing chiropractic center that serves up a tremendous chiropractic adjustment, and not just a tremendous chiropractic adjustment, but a true healing experience, a healing experience that shifts the way a person moves, breathes, and connects to others and their environment. Enter the system and design the chiropractic practice of your dreams from below the surface. I'll see you on the inside.